the suspicious circumstances, saying there is more than what meets the eye. Let me in fact go across to my colleague Bhavtosh, who's joining us on the broadcast with more details. Bhavtosh, what is the mother trying to say here when she says there's more than meets the eye?
Well, as far as the letter that she has addressed to the board of directors and shareholders of this $1 billion company or 13,000 rupee company, what she has said is something which is very sensational. She has first said that her son died under mysterious circumstances. Remember, he died while playing polo in London, and the initial report said that he, in fact, swallowed a bee, and after that he died of heart attack, but that was in fact denied when the post-mortem was conducted. In the letter that we have accessed, she in fact, I will just quote from the letter, she said that I state that I have not given any consent or officially nominated any person to come on the board of the company or any other Sona group of company after my son's demise, or given any consent to any person to represent me. In fact, she has said that despite me seeking information, I have been unable to receive any relevant answers and document explaining the incident, and have been confined to the knowledge and versions set out by the media. She in fact further said that I am fully convinced that the documents which were executed by me were under coercion and duress post the demise of my son. She said that when she was mourning the death of her son, she was confined to a room, and then she was asked to sign some blank documents. She's saying that the AGM that was being held today, that AGM should not take any decision. Now, the entire controversy revolves around that who would be, in fact, the person who will represent her son or execute the will. She said that her husband died in 2015, and she is the custodian of the estate. And she further said that her son had an untimely death. She, in fact, has doubts about her son's death or the circumstances surrounding her son's death, and she said that AGM should not take any decision. She in fact has raised several doubts about her son's death, and also said that the AGM should not take any decision. The question is that who would be the person who will be the member in the board of directors. Now, Sanjay Kapur married thrice. He first married Nandita Methani. After that, he married the Bollywood actor Karisma Kapoor. And then the third marriage was with Priya Sachdev. And it is the third marriage. Many are saying that Priya Sachdev would be the person who would be on the board of directors. And the question now is whether the AGM will be taking any decision. She says that AGM should not be held today. The question is whether the AGM has been held today. She, in fact, has raised several questions, including her son's death and the circumstances surrounding her son's death.
Right. So one, she is saying that she has not been given information about the circumstances under which the death took place. And two, she is also saying there are people who are trying to gain control, and that she did sign some documents, but alleges that she was coerced into signing those papers, Bhavtosh?
Yes, in fact, that's what she has said. I will just quote from her letter. She has said that please take note that during the aforesaid period of grieving, I was approached multiple times and compelled to sign various documents without explanation or even having time to read and understand the same. Despite being under immense mental and emotional distress, I was coerced into signing such documents behind locked doors, and though I have requested repeatedly, the contents of such documents have never been revealed to me. Please also take note that I have been totally denied access to my accounts that have been left at the mercy of a select few for survival. She in fact had said that she has no access to any accounts. In fact, she has said that she doesn't have any source of income because she was forced to sign certain documents. Now the question is whether the will that would be executed after her son's untimely death is the right one or not. Remember, her son Sanjay Kapur died, had a very untimely death. She in fact questions the circumstances surrounding her son's death.
She's been unable to get any more information about the circumstances under which the death took place. Bhavtosh, please stay on with us. Let me also go across to senior lawyer Swapnil Kothari joining us on the broadcast. So Sanjay Kapur's mother suspects foul play, Swapnil Kothari. The big question, of course, is who does she think is behind this when she says she was coerced into signing papers, and that information about how the death took place has been kept from her?
Well, Swati, I don't think this is an allegation that can be just made very baldly. It needs to be substantiated. You can't say that, there is a foul play involved and I was made and coerced to sign certain papers, etc. She has to prove that. And if she's trying to stall the AGM on the basis of that, it's not going to work exactly. For the simple reason that there has to be a succession in plan. And if there wasn't a succession in plan, the board of directors would have decided that we still have to go ahead with the, with the AGM as such, regardless of, whether Mrs. Kapoor is entitled to or not to certain rights. Now, even if she's the majority shareholder or the sole, even if she's the majority shareholder, she cannot stall an AGM. So if she has to resolve these issues within or behind closed doors, to come out on the day of the AGM and try to stall it is something which creates bad blood between the shareholders and the management, because the shareholders will go ahead as per the whatever the management has said, that there is an AGM, this is an agenda, so please attend, and they would have attended, assuming that everything within the closed doors has taken place as per procedure. That is called as the doctrine of window management as per the corporate law. So for the simple reason, she has to attribute motives, then she has to prove it. I refuse to believe for the past 21 days, because usually there is a 21-day notice for the AGM in any company. She may have tried to stall it, she may have created ripples, but it has not succeeded. So I believe that the board must have taken a call that the company is larger than an individual,
right,
and the company has to run.
Right. Right. Swapnil Kothari, thank you for putting things into perspective. We have some breaking inputs coming in as well. Let's in fact break down this statement that has come to fore by Sanjay Kapur's mother, Rani Kapoor. And Sanjay Kapoor's mother has alleged that she was coerced into signing papers. She is also suspecting foul play as far as the death of her son is concerned. She claims that she was denied access to accounts and that there is a bid to usurp family legacy.
Sir, there's been a letter that has been circulated and has been sent to the board of directors of Sona Group, where Mrs. Rani Kapoor has made that AGM should not be held. Could you throw some light as to what that letter is and what was the intent behind that letter?
So Mrs. Rani Kapoor is the head of the Sona Group, is the head of the Kapoor family, and was a sole beneficiary to who the late Sri Surinder Kapoor had entrusted the entire estate. He was founder of the Sona Group when he passed away. Mrs. Kapoor is compelled to write this letter because of certain situations which have unfolded in the recent past, leading up to the death and immediately in the aftermath of the untimely death. And at the heart of it lies that she's deeply disturbed at the death being just treated as a freak accident, while the truth does not meet the headlines quite often over here, because there seem to be quite a few circumstances surrounding the issue, as I said before, as well as after the death, which are leading to grave apprehensions in her head. And she's very sure that she's going to fight till she discovers the truth of what's really transpired over here.
So it has been mentioned that the death that happened was under suspicious circumstances, and the letter also mentions that while she was in mourning, certain documents were signed by her. Would you throw some light on that, what had happened?
The letter is quite explicit about it, in fact. She has stated that immediately after the death, while she's in mourning, immediately, in fact, in a few days, she was made to sign letters, not explain what the letters contained, not made to read, understand what they contained. She was in deep mourning. I mean, it's an 8-year-old lady who is losing her only son at a ripe young age, and a son who is really, the beacon of her eye, so as to say. So in that disturbed state, she was made to sign documents. She has chosen not to disclose beyond that who made her sign, what made her sign, or how it was done in the letter, for obvious reasons, because she doesn't want to point fingers at this stage. She's still looking at gathering all the information and ensuring that this does not turn into something that could hurt the family. So her endeavor really for writing the letter was to caution the board and the shareholders to say, maintain status quo, don't go any further with this. She's the representative of the Sona Group. She's the head of the family. She needs to be conferred with. Do not rely upon anything that's being purportedly being done with her sanction. sanction or authority. And I think she was duty bound to inform the company about this.
Sir, since that AGM, that letter has been circulated and she has plead that the AGM should not be held, if in case the AGM takes place, are you guys referring into any litigation or any kind of legal action, this thing?
Well, the letter towards the end does state that she's requesting for the AGM not to happen at least for 2 weeks. And she verily and genuinely believes that the shareholders of that company and the directors of that company would pay heed to her being the largest shareholder and representative. And if they choose not to, then she will have to sit down and decide and evaluate what her options are. But I think that the letter itself, the way it has been drafted by her, makes it quite clear, without naming anyone, that she's hoping that better sense prevails. She's able to get things in order for the family. And make sure that her grandchildren, all 7 of them from Sanjay and her 2 daughters, they are well secured, and there is, the company is kept secure as well.
We have Deepankar joining us on the broadcast, who spoke to the lawyer. Bhavtosh continues to be with us on the broadcast. Let me go across to Deepankar. Deepankar, the lawyer says that Rani Kapoor wants to ensure that the company is secure and the future of the daughter-in-law and Sanjay Kapoor's kids secure as well. But she's also alleging that she has not given consent to nominate anybody to come on board or to represent her in any capacity.
Well, yes, the letter that has been circulated by Rani Kapoor to the board of directors and the shareholders very categorically has stated that she was coerced into signing certain documents which was not made her aware that what were the contents of these letters that she had been signing, and she has very categorically said that she has not appointed anyone as part of the Sona group to attend this AGM that was happening today, and has very categorically said that if the letter is ignored, and if the shareholders choose to ignore this letter in any kind of capacity, then the Kapoor family, being the largest shareholders of the company, it would be clear case of mismanagement and breach of trust by the company. And she has pleaded that this AGM should be deferred by a period of 2 weeks. So very categorically, she has said that she was not made aware of the documents that she was signing, and that the death of her son was under highly suspicious and unexplained circumstances, to the answers to which she is yet trying to get. And she has said that until and unless all the documents and all the clarifications are given to her, this meeting should be deferred for a period of 2 weeks. But the AGM is supposedly underway, and the letter has been circulated, and as far as the criminal breach of trust that she is alleging, so we'll have to wait and watch as to whether she explores any kind of legal option or goes into any kind of litigation after the AGM happens or not.
All right, Deepankar and Bhavtosh, thank you very much for getting us the inputs. We'll of course keep coming back to you for more details. We are moving on now. Well, the Congress